there's this strange mindset that if I step into a leadership position, I have to be perfect. And that's the aha, because if you are perfect, it creates this massive cognitive disconnect or imposter syndrome for anybody else, because none of us are perfect. So I'm going to give you the beginning of the pandemic. One of the CEOs I'm coaching is literally on the floor, sucking his thumb, feeling, why is this happening to me? The classic personalization, all right? And this is the first step in learned helplessness. You make it personal, you make it pervasive, you make it everything, and you make it permanent. Why is this happening to me? I'm not gonna hit my targets. I'm not gonna be the CEO I wanted to be. And I said, look, stop. This isn't about you. You're the CEO. Your job is to lead the troops. You need to help them, understand this is happening. This is not a hoax. This is real. Business is going to be disrupted, and we will get through this. Do I know how we're going to get through it? No, but I am your leader. I am here for you, and I need to make sure you're okay first. And he said, okay, that makes sense. How do I do that? And I said, well, who are your key leaders? Go pick up the phone to them right now and check in on them, right? And tell them you're struggling, and therefore they must be struggling. So you go first. Hey, look, I'm frustrated. I'm terrified. I'm thinking about my mortgage. All of the above. But you know what? I know we're going to get through this. So he picked up the phone and he went right down through the organization, calling people and saying, hey, this is your CEO. I want to let you know, hey, I'm feeling this too. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about my mortgage. But you must be feeling. What are you feeling? Okay, great. Well, let's work together and solve it. Now, by being vulnerable as the CEO, that organization initially took a hit, and then it had its best quarter ever because everybody rallied. But that's not personal life. That is actually a shared experience of the workplace. The work-home boundary has long gone, right? We're emailing each other at different times of the day. We're on Slack conversations on multiple time zones. We're working from, this is my home office. I walk out of here and I go into my lounge room and my kitchen, right? The barrier is very small. So I think that you are deluding yourself if you can separate you as a human being from your role as CTO, CEO, or assistant vice president. I don't think that there's a reality in that. I think showing that, hey, this is something I struggle with too. And certainly as a mentor, you don't want to say, I never had that problem. As a mentor, you're going to say, hey, look, when I was in your position and when I was struggling with this, these are some things I thought about and this is how I came out to the other side. I think people resonate with that. And I know as a keynote speaker, if I want a standing ovation at the end, if I have shown that I faced these challenges myself and that I looked into the deep, the dark tea time of my own soul and I came out the other side, that's inspirational. So it's no good sharing your problems if you aren't saying, hey, I'm accepting this. I'm adjusting to this and I'm advancing, and this is one of the acronyms that's in the book, right? The 3 A's, accept, adjust, and advance. I'm accepting this is real. Because otherwise it's a facade. Oh, I'm perfect. I'm not worried about the pandemic. I'm not worried about the impact on my bottom line. Well, that's insane. Of course you are. Last year, as I was moving from Singapore to Portugal, I went and got a medical check. And it was routine for me. I thought, I'm fully insured in Singapore. Let's just do the quick check. And I asked my doctor, it's a bit early for another colonoscopy, but should I have another one? He said, yeah. Anyway, when he did the blood test, it came back with a cancer marker that I could have pancreatic cancer. And I'm like, OMG. I never thought about this, and I was absolutely floored. And then I had to go and get a CAT scan, and the CAT scan found a lump, and then I had to go and see a surgeon, and the surgeon said it needs to come out. I said, take it out. And then he had said, yeah, but I got to take out 1/3 of your colon plus some of your small intestine. Now, FYI to the watchers, this has a happy ending. The story has a happy ending. I went through hell. My wife went through hell times 10 because she really thought, I was a goner. And they had plans to move to Portugal. It's a happy ending because after the trauma of the surgery, et cetera, it comes back and the diagnosis is benign. Now, I wrote the blog for that whilst waiting for discharge in the hospital. I posted that blog and that blog went viral because look, I faced a real situation. Thankfully, this has a happy ending, not for everybody, but this is what I went through my mind, the Schrodinger's cat experience of I had cancer, but I didn't have cancer. People say, think positive. Well, I had to think real. I had to go, well, if I have pancreatic cancer, I've got maybe 6 to 12 months. I need to put my affairs in order. I need to look at my finances. So what did I do? I called my financial advisor. I called my banker. I looked at I spoke to my close friends and said, look, okay, this is what I need from you. And so I was very practical. Yeah, I was thinking positively, but I was facing reality, and that's what's about being human. I shared that only after I didn't share it before I got a positive result. I shared it afterwards because I didn't want to do therapy on social media. There's a distinction. I wanted to say, hey, I went through this and I came out the other side. Therefore, this is a gift to you if you need that gift. And a lot of people wrote to me and said it was really helpful seeing the mindset and the activities that I did that got me through a challenge and that they could apply it in their own lives. So again, this is an example of sharing, as a leader, these have been my struggles, and that narrative, that story inspires others and helps them to follow you.